Did you know
Hmm.
that drinking soda, whether it's diet or otherwise, may be killing you? Recent research has come out on the fact that if you drink more than 2 sodas a day, it may have an impact on your long term health. You may actually be ending your life too soon.
Those are strong statements you just said. I do think that there's more even to that of a damaging effect. Like people shouldn't be drinking soda. It makes no sense. There's people that are sort of pushed towards drinking diet soda because it doesn't have quote unquote the right amount of sugar in it or that much sugar. But both are dangerous, aren't they?
Absolutely. Both are dangerous. And even when reading these particular articles, I always have to take them with a grain of salt because each individual person, the toxic load that or burden that they put on their bodies every single day for the passing years that they've lived has not been evaluated. So the toxic load has to be considered in the person's certain circumstance, not just the soda or the diet soda.
Well, here's a couple of things. So the pitfalls of drinking real soda. Obviously, in today's world in America, they're sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. Okay.
That's an ouch.
That is toxic to the body. The body cannot break that down. And if you want to have fatty liver, drink sodas, right?
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
isn't high fructose corn syrup now deemed the number one cause of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease in America today?
It is. And it's estimated that 1 in 4 persons right now in our great country have non alcoholic fatty liver and have no idea. And so then there's that. And then you have to think about that, consuming that connected with other things you consume through diet that also have high fructose corn syrup. So it's a mess. And so I am adamant about, if you're a parent out there, I'm adamant, do not introduce sodas to your kids. It's there's nothing good that can happen from that. And then diet soda has a whole other problematic ingredient list to it as well. The thing that I found fascinating with that is one of the ingredients in diet soda actually has the ability to form formaldehyde. So formaldehyde is what we do to
That
pickle
must be
dead people.
aspartame.
That's it. So it is aspartame. So there you go. So ultimately, when I look at diet soda, when you drink that, you're just kind of preparing yourself to be dead.
Well, and
Pretty strong
just
statement too.
that is a pretty strong statement. Uh, Association does not mean
No.
causation. So just because somebody drinks diet soda and their life ends early doesn't mean that diet soda is essentially the cause. We have to look at all of the other summation of what went into that person's life.
Mhm.
And we studied genetics and we know that the genes are the loaded gun and the environment pulls the trigger. So if a person has genes that are weak in the area of detoxification, per se, that person may not be able to handle the toxic load of artificial sweeteners. So therefore, their liver, their cells at the cellular level may become damaged because of this foreign substance quicker and faster than somebody who has a normal detox potential.
Well, either way, you think about something called resilience. Our resilience, some people have greater resilience than others to take in toxins and sometimes people can take them in for 30, 40, 50 years and nothing. And all of a sudden,
Mhm.
boom. Some people it affects them earlier. And by the way, I'm not saying that sodas cause cancer. I'm not going to go there because that does not directly correlate.
Association does not mean causation.
But here's the thing. 2 million new cases every year right now are being diagnosed. 2 million. 609 people, 609,000 people die every year of cancer to date. It will overtake in our lifetime. You hear me? In the next 10 years, it will overtake heart disease as the number one killer in America. Could this toxic load, toxic mess that we're bringing our bodies in, talking about sodas included in that mess, could it be contributory? I think yes.
Well, absolutely. We know that the solution to pollution is dilution. In order to live a long and healthy life, we have to really be cognizant about what we put in this skin bag, this temple, this body that we live in, because at the end of the day, all things matter. You might forget about what you had for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner, but let me tell you, your body doesn't forget it. It goes through your liver, it goes
Hmm.
through all these processing plants, no pun intended, all these enzyme little factories that are inside your cells, and your body has to deal with that. So, kind of a rule of thumb is if you turn the label over on the back of anything
Hmm.
that you're consuming and you don't know what it is and you can't understand it, can you imagine what's happening to your body at the cellular level? Perhaps that's the problem. We're putting too many chemical products into a body that is designed to have fresh and raw fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, good clean proteins, and not these chemical modulators.
You want to, this is related. See if you can guess this riddle. Here you go. This is a riddle from my wife. She has no idea I'm going to ask her this question. Which doctor in the world who is well known has mastered the art of malpractice and hurting people?
I'm not going to say that out loud.
Dr. Pepper. There you go. How about
I
that?
was like, I
Pretty
I
good
would have
one, huh?
got that
Just came up
wrong.
with that right now. Isn't that good?
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, ultimately,
Who is
folks.
Dr. Pepper?
Well, he's a quack, right? So the thing is, folks, we say, well, one is not a big deal, and perhaps it's not. But the more you open that door and allow toxins to enter that are known carcinogens, that are known things that the liver doesn't break down, that contribute to fatty liver, it's a bad deal. So, you know, Diet Coke, real Coke, diet soda, real soda, we don't think it's any good at all. And I think we need to avoid that. There's a lot of different substitutes out there. These carbonated waters with flavors are really, really good. So get away from soda, gravitate towards water as your chosen drink, and you'll find your health improving along the way.
And when you navigate through these economies with people, here's what happens. We want to hold their hand through it, let them know when it's time to buy, sell, reallocate, get out of Dodge. Because a lot of times when you're struck with fear does two things. Number one, it can paralyze, and people just put their head in the sand and say, I'm just going to forget about it and hopefully it gets better. Or it causes you to make a wrong decision. And this is why we are here, is to help people navigate through the political quagmire nonsense that's going on, the economic malaise, and the absolute collapse that we're seeing. And when our freedoms are eroding, our political freedoms, our economic freedoms, our personal freedoms, our religious freedoms, our health freedoms, they're all tied together. But you know what doesn't need to erode with that? Our finances.
KirkElliottPhD.com/Sherwood.
Let's get real. Most emergency food is just as bad for you as any other choice in the standard American diet. And that's just sad.
We don't just need food, we need highly nutritional food.
We don't just want to survive food shortages, we are meant to thrive in adversity.
Complete your daily nutrition and have shelf-stable Kingdom Fuel as a cornerstone of your food supply.
Don't sacrifice your health or your taste buds.
Stock up on Kingdom Fuel now. The body's amazing at recovery, so you want to give it every chance, no matter what time it is. So in that context, no, it's certainly never too late. You're never too old to start trying to be healthy.
No matter where you are in terms of your health, that you can turn this around.
It's never too late to start a wellness program, and it's never too late to reach your healthcare goals. There's an old adage, and I'm not sure where it came from, but I really do like it. And they say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today.
We just want people to hang on to hope.
We are hope dealers. And if you are not paying attention to the 4 foundational pillars of health, physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual, eventually it is going to catch up.
If we get all those 4 areas right, and we do it right, we see a dynamic occur in the middle called wellness, and that's where people get better. Their health is really going to return as a side effect of wellness.
let's shine the spotlight on one of our star supplements.
The human body can make most of the types of fats it needs from other fats or raw materials, but not omega-3 fatty acids, also called omega-3 fats or N3 fats.
These are essential fats that the body must get from food.
Biomega 1000 provides a potent dose of omega-3 essential fatty acids sourced from a strategically placed fishing facility in the far South Pacific Ocean off the coast of Chile.
Each capsule delivers an impressive 1,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA, and the capsules also contain vitamin E. See the link below for a special offer, and remember, don't be fooled by cheap online knockoffs.